Hey everyone, and welcome to today's replay. And today we're in the WZ-132 on Siegfried line. Now, funny fact about the WZ, this is one of the original Tier 8 light tanks. Back in the day, I mean really back in the day, a good couple of years ago, it used to be only the AMX 1390 and this thing, the WZ. Now, of course, a good couple of years ago, they put in the T49, the lightweight, and the RU at tier 8 to sort of complete all the Tech Tree's light tank lines. And the WZ did suffer a little bit, but it was still a very popular tank. In fact, one of my old clan mates from my QSF days, John Harmon, shout out to you, mate. He played thousands of games in this tank, and he absolutely loved it. He would always demand to play this thing doing tier 8 strongholds. Or was it tank companies back then? Bloody hell, that was a long time ago. And yeah, anyway, so when they decided to put in the tier 10 light tanks, only 1 or 2 years ago now, all the other tier 8 light tanks were moved up a tier and sort of buffed a little bit, whilst the WZ remained at tier 8. And it was actually slightly nerfed, so it actually kind of sucked. And to this day, it's still kind of mediocre along with all the other tier 8 light tanks. The Walker Bulldog is pretty mediocre since it was moved up from tier 7. The Batchat is pretty decent, to be fair. The LTTB is, I can't comment on it, to be fair, because I haven't played it too much since it was moved up to tier 8. I played it a lot when it was tier 7. And then, of course, we have the Hawk 12. And I've never played that thing. It looks terrible. The gun, I think you could get out of the tank and walk the shell to the enemy tank faster than the actual gun can shoot it. So that's a bit of a L to that. And, of course, we've also got the British, mind you, the British light tank makes this thing look epic. The LHMTV, that sounds like a reality TV channel or something. LHMTV, who the hell, what the hell sort of name is that? And so of course we've got the WZ, and I've been grinding this thing for a good couple of days now. It was just sitting in my garage for a couple of months, but with the Christmas specials coming up, and I'm not saying I really want the tier 10, but I just want to finish off the grinds. So I'm grinding out the WZ-132A, I believe is the tier 9, and then I'm just going to sell this tank. I've got no interest in grinding for the WZ-120. Like, there's no point in having the 121 when you've got the 430U. So I don't really intend to really get that tank anytime soon. So anyway, back on to the game. So we're on Siegfried line. We have taken the hill, and we've hugged those bunkers like we hug our own mother. So Siegfried line, it's about taking the field when you're a light tank. You can't, like, you can take the 9-0 line, but it's certainly a little bit more risky, and that LT has taken that route as well. So just trying to find a shot on that other WZ. And I don't really see too much of these things anymore either. I don't think they're a particularly popular line, especially when we've got the wheeled vehicles and the T100 and the AMX 13105 are such better tier 10 tanks than the WZ-1321, the tier 10 Chinese light tank. So the ELC, he's securing the south. He's trying to light up this WZ for me, and keep an eye on this WZ. He's going to have a little starring role in this game. So I decide to move up north, and can I get this shot into the Scorpion? Look at this aim time, and that happens. Yeah, 0.4 accuracy, terrible dispersion values, terrible, just terrible everything. But we do put the second shot in, and we're actually 3 tanks down now, and I've done precious little in this game. I've got to be honest. I'm just trying to find an angle where I could make my last stand, because I've got to be honest, I think this game was lost at this point. But then I realised that, you know, we've got to make the last stand and try to take down at least a good couple of them with us. And I see the bunker to my right. The Scorpion is going to be rushed, and I see an angle which I can create here. So, Baltic and LT up. SU-101 is charging. He's trying to get into the city. Can we get it on the shot? Yeah, that was a nice shot there. And we're just trying to back up the Scorpion at the moment because we can use him as baits. And perfect example, Emil comes rushing in. He puts one in. I wait for it to aim to make the shot count. And I manage to track him. Emil puts the second one in. And Scorpion manages to avoid the shell. Or avoid his turret rotation anyway. We managed to take out the Emil just as he puts a shell in, the remaining shell into the Scorpion. And can we kill this ISU? Yes, but the Borsig anyway takes down the Scorpion. But we took down 3 tanks there, the Emil, SU-101 and ISU, and I'm using my camo value and the fact that I'm using the bunker in between me and the Borsig, and the LT is spotted anyway, and that LT is such a dangerous tank to this thing. It's a pretty good tier 9 light tank, isn't it? Let's be honest. I've got that thing. It is an absolutely incredible tank. Would highly recommend picking it up. And at this point, our team is very scattered. The ELC, he's still very far down south. And any moment now, I'm going to realise that I need to link up to this guy. The enemy team are interestingly not capping. And well, let's see if we can make them regret it. So the Scorpion is rushing down the ELC, and this is when I realise I need to link up with this ELC, or this game is lost. If we don't work together, this game's lost. It just is. There's nothing. If we play our own game, it's just not going to happen, is it? And he manages to make out take down the Scorpion. So well played to him. And I'm worried about where this LT is, because he can do so much damage to us if the Borsig manages to craft an angle on us as well from his spotting. And I spot the LT. Now, I realise, I type in chat at this moment, we need to focus this LT down. The ELC is on such low health, but he's got an autoloader. He can burst him, but he's not. He's going for the artillery. Really bad play there from him. I go in, track him. He manages to shoot the ELC, and the artillery manages to take down the GW Tiger, the LT. Really lucky there. I did manage to take some stunning from that guy, but it's no biggie. Because of what he done, he managed to save the ELC basically. I probably would not have reloaded in time, and the LT with his very good rate of fire would have picked up the ELC. So now we're hunting for a Borsig. I've actually run out of AP now. This thing, I fired a lot of rounds this game, and as you can see, I'm loading the HG. Now I'm thinking that the Borsig is probably falling back to here, or he's trying to create an ambush angle. And I'm telling this ELC, let me take the shot. I can take the shot. I know he's using the 128mm gun. But the ELC, he's racing off in his little go-kart, so we'll see what happens. Does he get shotgun? Does he not get shotguns? We shall find out. So, interesting, the Borsig isn't camping there. And I'm thinking he's probably in the city now, trying to create an ambush. And the ELC asked me to spot there, in the middle of the town, and I spot the Borsig. And let's see if this HG shell can do anything, and yeah, sets him on fire. Now I'm trying not to take the shell, and he panics and shoots and misses, and this game is over. So that's the WZ-132 for you. I honestly really like this tank. I know quite a few people don't like this tank. I wish I could play it back in the day when it was arguably the best tier 8 light tank. And well, those days are long, long, long gone. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game, and let's have a look at the post-game stats. So here we are. Of course, we pick up the Ace Tanker, and we also pick up the High Caliber medal for our 1,208 base experience. We also picked up 3,500 damage, 5 kills. Not a lot of spotting. I thought this one would be good for YouTube for the way we linked up with that Scorpion to take down the three tanks, the Emil, the ISU, and the SU-101. And also the way we linked up with the ELC and the GW Tiger P to take out the Borsig and the the LT-432. And this game highlights why, even when your team is falling like flies, you should always just look for those angles. Look for those angles you can take advantage of and just stay alive in the game. And we also pick up 33,000 credits, even though we fired quite a few prem shells that game, I believe. So anyway, that's the game for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the WZ-132. I certainly have. I'm nearly done with the grind now. I should pick it up. Well, I should sell this thing tomorrow now. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a like, and I'll see you on the next one.